What, we're live.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
This is so hip. This music's just too hip for YouTube. That's all I can say. People watching
Oh,
the
it's
show are
lovely.
hip. It's just they're hip. This is just hip music. I'd like to hear 20 minutes of that music, and that's it.
Yeah.
So that would be good.
Doesn't the word hip come from the story of people who were smoking a lot of opium?
Whoa, whoa,
So
whoa,
they
whoa,
spent
whoa, whoa. Let's
so
not.
they
We don't need to bring up dirty
so they
history.
so they spent a lot of time lying down because it would incapacitate them, and they had this sort of a saw that came onto their hip.
Yeah.
Ah.
Wow.
So that's why they
So
were
basically,
called.
they're like our Congress. They're incapacitated. Nice. So I like that. It's very nice. Very cool. So we were talking a little bit before the show, but this article came out yesterday in the Financial Times, and of course, we know how much I love this person, Elon Musk, douchebag.
Oh,
He,
just before you
yeah,
start, Steve,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he is welcome. He is welcome to come on the show. I mean,
We've
every
asked
week
him.
we ask him.
We asked
Right.
Mr. Musk to come on the show, but he's a pussy, and he doesn't have the balls to come on our show, and we got that. We've asked him to come on
Well,
Lost Dollar Business Club. We've asked him to come on this show, but he doesn't. And he
we just
watches because everybody
hashtag.
watches our show.
Yeah, I mean, we just hashtag Elon Musk come on our show. I think that's
Yeah,
what we should be doing.
I think we should. I
And
think we
so,
should say, yeah.
Yep.
But we need to make sure Roll is on the show because he's from South Africa and they can speak Afrikaner to each other.
Of
So
course.
and so he can, give Elon we call it elongated whatever. So that'll be fun to have him. But so Elon, if you're listening and you want to come on the show, feel free. We know you're a pussy and you won't. That's why we invite you. But if you do, we'd be more than happy to have you. We're not going to smoke pot with you like Rogan does. We're going to ask
That's
you real business questions. So and
that,
we're not going
that's
to be nice to you
something
like
good.
Omar. Go ahead.
There's something good in all of us. Just look at us.
Well, we're perfect. Yeah, there's nothing good in Elon. So Elon Musk,
Not me.
this is the best story I've read so far. I was going to use this on Lost Dollar, but this is too good. I couldn't wait. Elon Musk's record $55 billion Tesla pay package was voided by a U.S. judge because the judge said that he dominated the process, which basically, if you read the story, says he controls the board. So he basically bullied his own package through. $55 billion. The award was 250 times larger than any other compensation plan, 33 times larger than the plan's closest comparison, which must probably compare according to the ruling. So he was literally trying to pay himself 250 times, or be generous, 33 times more than any one of his employees. And first of
yeah,
all, how small is
that?
your dick that you need to get $55 billion? That's what I want to
Well,
know. So,
it's, I've got a story about that. I don't know if we want to cover that now or slightly later in the show.
well, we're talking about Musk. So if you want to cover Mr. Musk now, because once we get off of him, so to speak, we're off of him for the day. We're going to go on to other
Oh,
things.
Yeah.
okay, right. Well, I think because I have a bit of a soft spot for him because he's had it tough. He's like
Really?
losing money. He's losing money, and of course you're having a pop at him.
Oh,
Um, but there are people, it would seem, that really like him,
really, like the
and
Russians?
Yeah.
and I found this particular person, and I thought we would share it because she has a particular reason why she likes him.
Because
So
she's a
Oh.
lesbian?
no,
Okay. Someone likes Elon
no,
Musk.
no.
I want to
Okay.
Elon Musk in space. It's a lifelong dream. And I dream something he'd be great in bed. An adult star, Annie Grant, revealed in a lifelong dream to go to space. Of course you do, because you have no brains and only tits. And she would like to have zero gravity sex with Elon Musk. Really? Use a
Oh.
vibrator. You'll be more pleasured. Annie asked why would have sex with a Tesla CEO. I feel like he's a nerd. I feel like he's a nerdy guy having a big cock, she said. Well, we can tell that she's not a shallow girl, and all she wants men with big cocks. Listen, if you want a man with a big cock, you have David and Morton here, and they have big cocks, just so you know. So that's why David's still in the examining room. So
yeah.
I'm going to be here for quite a while, it was him. But yeah,
No, apparently
I
you're
just
gonna be there for a while.
Just thought, Mr. Musk, if you're feeling a bit down, there's one particular lady who, thinks that because you're nerdy, you have a large meat and two veg, and and so she'd like to bonk you, and if you could take it to space, she'd like to bonk you there as well. So
And she wants, by the way, she wants to go to space for free. So she figures. So if you look at it this way, what's he charging? $1 million to go into space. So that's $1 million. Bada boom, bada bang. So there you go. Good. Well, Mr. Musk, there you go. Come on. Hey, maybe what we can do is have Elon come on the show, and Bambi here can come on the show.
Yeah.
You know what we should do? Let's reach out to Bambi, Annie Grant, Bambi, aka the porn star with big tits, no brain, not shallow at all. She wants is a big cock. Why don't we ask her to come on the show and tell us why she thinks Elon, because he's a nerd, and nerdy guys have big cocks. So to that logic, everybody that's on our show has a big cock because they're all nerdy guys.
Yeah, well, I think probably her logic is that if I say the word nerdy and big cock and Elon Musk on Instagram, somebody like sad old me will find it and want to talk about it.
Gotcha.
I think that might be the bottom line. Sorry, Morgan.
The most interesting with this picture is really Punananini. The image was taken by a guy or a girl named Punananini.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if you look
interesting.
at the image, the Punanini.
Yeah.
That must be her Instagram, everybody. If you want to see what adult star looks like if you're on the podcast, Annie Grant, go to Punanini Instagram, and you can check out Bambi, and you can ask her why she wants to sleep with Elon Musk. Really?
Punanini I think Punanini is her uncle.
Okay, well, it could be her aunt. You never know. I had a Punanini once. She was wonderful. I got a shot for it. It cleared itself up. But I mean, this is just crazy. And I don't know if he's good or bad in the sack, but really, out of all the people on the planet, like Bezos, I would choose over Elon Musk any day of the week if I was a girl. He's got that little chrome dome. You can just take a towel and shine it and stuff. But I mean, you know what I mean? But Elon Musk attracts porn stars.
He's not coming on the show now. You know that.
Bezos or
Jeff Bezos,
Musk?
Jeff Bezos now. He won't come on
Why?
now because you called him a chrome. You called him a chrome dome.
Well, that's okay. But Bezos, listen, Bezos got $50 billion. He can take it. And the nice thing is, if he does come on the show, we can shine his head. And it'll be very nice. A little spit shine there. It'll be beautiful. It'll glow. But this is the difference. Bezos gets sophisticated. I think that the girl he's dated was like a newscaster or something. Or she could be a sugar baby. I don't know. And Elon Musk gets porn stars.
She could be a sugar caster.
She could be a sugar chrome dome. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool. Well, we will have an open invitation to Mr. Musk. And we'll definitely have an open invitation to Bambi. I mean, Annie Grant. I think that would be interesting.
I was going to save it until later on in the show when we needed,
Yeah.
a little bit of light entertainment. But you started off, having a pop at Mr. Musk, and then of course this whole article is about somebody wanting to love him. Well, basically somebody wanting to bonk him.
I was going to say, this girl is not looking for love. She's looking for a big schwanz, and she just wants to go to space for free because it's a dream of hers because she has no other dream. Now watch, she'll come on the show and she's probably got like a PhD in physics from Harvard or MIT, and she just does this to make money, and I'll feel like an idiot, but I'm okay with that. But just on first glance, which I know is you should never judge a book by its cover, this cover has big boobs. And if you blow in her ear with 3 of her friends next to her, you get a wind tunnel. That's all I can tell you. So we'll see if Mr.
Holy
Grant would like.
moly.
Yeah, we'd like to see
you
if
go.
Mr. Musk or Miss Grant would like to come on and defend themselves, I guess. So
There you go.
all right.
What
Well,
can I
thank you for
say?
sharing. We bring you the top news here on No Snobs or Knobs. Oy vey. Oy vey.
I,
Well,
it touched me. It touched
I'm sure it did touch you several
Yeah,
times. I
yeah,
bet you
yeah,
it touched
yeah.
yourself. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So,
you know what, poor girl. That's all I can say. But
Yeah.
poor girl.
well, she probably won't be now after But now she's featured on No Snobs and Knobs. Oh God,
Well,
the world
now she's a
is
star.
her oyster.
Yeah.
The world's her oyster. She'll be
true.
instaring. She'll be instaring her gram everywhere.
Wow. I
Yeah.
think I've heard about Instagram. It's this new technology. It's very impressive. I know we're on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
very exciting. Very fun.
I'm
Very fun.
I'm sure she will get the blue tag from Mr. X.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot. He's going to be in
Come
front
on.
of Congress today. He's in front of Congress today, as well as half of the other people from the
Oh, you
Silicon
mean,
Valley
you
on a
mean
whole
like
bunch
the-
of charges.
You mean like the real day today, or this because this is probably Saturday day. in front of-
It is
I'm sorry.
Saturday. It is
Yeah, this
Saturday.
is Saturday. Let me rephrase it. On
It is
Wednesday,
Saturday.
the tech titans. Thank you, David. The tech titans on Wednesday, not Saturday,
awake,
but
I'm awake, I don't know
Wednesday.
about
I
you,
can see
mate.
that. I'm not apparently. I need more scotch and a cigar, and apparently I need Amy Grant to judge my member size. But no, they're going in front of for freedom of speech and restricting of this, and it's a whole bunch of stuff. And Facebook wants to have Google and Apple have certain age limitations. There's this whole thing going on. I know they're up with, and
Yeah.
Twitter is going to go up for something. And I was like, all right. So, just getting some publicity before the end of the world when Trump becomes president again. So,
But I also heard he can't get X.com. That's what he's looking for. And I just heard it on the street, on the street, that X.com.
Down with the boys, down with the kids, Mort.
Yeah, but to rename, to rebrand, you know all about this, Stephen,
Yep.
and you don't have X.com. Come on, it's still Twitter, but it's called X. New logo, new everything, but not the most important thing.
yeah, well,
He
it's
certainly
funny.
certainly won't be able to get the triple X because that's
That's already thinking, yes, or the double X. But with Amy Grant, though, Annie Grant, not Amy, but Annie Grant, he can get triple X. He can get triple X there.
Again now? Can I put that up again now so you know what you're talking
You don't have to
about?
keep putting her up. No, I'm for the people that are listening on the podcast. David apparently is now in love with Annie Grant. David is a nerd, and his member is bigger than Elon's, and he can take you to space. So
Pananini.
And I mean, yes, that's right. There you go. So you know that our crew. This is going to be the short they're going to take out of this whole show. This will be the short that I'll be playing next week in our shorts. This will be the one that they're going to make 50 different shorts from this one little segment of Elon Musk, which I was just going to be off of.
Are we getting feedback from you, Steve? I'm getting you twice, I think.
As you should get me twice.
On your mic?
No, I'm got my headset on.
Okay.
We're all good.
Well,
So it's good to get me twice. Yeah, people should be that lucky. So
Yeah.
the other thing, I was fascinated. There was an article this morning in the Financial Times, and it talked about if
Are we surprised by
Biden.
that statement?
What? There's an article in the Financial Times.
Yeah, that you've read the article in the Financial Times.
In Financial Times, yeah, I look at the pictures mostly. But it was an article about if Biden can beat Trump.
You don't fit their profile. You don't fit their profile, Steve. That's what.
Who, the Financial Times?
Yeah, I mean, you should have a bowler hat and an umbrella and all the rest.
I do have a bowler hat. Hold on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait. Let me show you something.
Oh God, I wish.
Oh no.
Let's while Steven's away, let's go back and look at.
Look. Wait.
Yeah,
Put it back. Look at my bowler hat. You want to see my bowler hat? Here's my bowler hat.
That's not actually a bowler hat.
That is actually a humidor by Davidoff, and it's Winston Churchill. That's my bowler hat. It's on my desk, so I can smoke cigars when the family's not around. So,
Yeah.
Yes, but that is my.
Talking
look, we
about
got
hats.
There we go. The skipper from Gilligan's Island.
I just had to bring this real hat.
Oh my goodness, he looks like he's from the Russian Navy. I should salute you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Russian all over the
I
place.
paid a lot for this, but
Really?
I never use it. It doesn't fit.
What
Okay.
did they pay you a lot to wear it? I should. But it's carnival, isn't it? So everybody should be sort of carnival in the next couple of weeks. So that should be a reason why everybody's wearing weird stuff.
It's for real. This one. It's
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I bought it under in Bergen, the city of Bergen, when they had this sailor thing, and
Oh, the sailor thing. Yeah. We got that. We made it over the sailor thing.
yeah, well, it's called something. I don't remember what it's called. There are sailing boats running around all the way, and there were some Russians there, and I asked him,
Oh, wow.
the guy, you have a lovely hat. Let me buy it. Not American dollar, but Norwegian krone.
Okay.
Of course, he said. I have no money at all. So
That's right. And of course,
How
when
much?
when you walked off, he put another one back on his head, and off he went again.
So wait, is that like a captain hat, or like what rank is that hat?
second highest, he said, on the boat.
Very
His
nice.
second highest. So
Yeah.
lieutenant or
All right.
something. Yeah.
So maybe he's been moved in Russia up to the north now. I don't know.
Yeah, after the gulag, because when he went back
S-
on
s-
the boat,
s-
he didn't have a hat.
Siberian. Yeah.
Siberia. He went to Siberia. After he sold you the hat, he got to go to Siberia.
Yeah.
That was his reward.
After the
That's too
gulag.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway,
Together with Musk. Yeah. Together with Musk.
with Elon Musk, sure. So anyway, you've seen my bowler humidor. But anyway, so the article said Joe Biden will need a miracle to beat Donald Trump, but nobody knows what the miracle is yet. So Morton's very political.
Probably horse steroids. Would probably help.
I don't think that's going to help. So
Something
Morton, what do
you
you
know,
think? You're the politician. What do you think?
Yeah, but I don't understand Americans when it comes to politics.
Okay.
You only have two parties. They are so similar after all, and you are choosing the oldest guys in not the kingdom but in the states. Why, I don't know, but get awake and get some more parties and have a parliament like all other free countries.
That would be good. I like that. We would be a free country. I would love to be a free country. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm moving to Norway, I've decided, if he becomes president. Hang out with the reindeer.
I'll tell you what, though, something that just kind of crossed my mind during the week. They were talking about Donald. I'm going to say Donald because he's like a mate of mine. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Met him twice.
Yeah.
They say like Donald is changing his appearance for this particular run towards presidency. He's
Really?
He's no longer wearing the trademark red tie.
Yeah.
He's wearing more colour. He's wearing slightly better fitting suits because he's lost 15 to 20 pounds to make him appear.
He's lost
Wow.
15 or 20 pounds. He looks like he gained 50 pounds.
This is what their press officer is saying, and
Okay.
and this is to help him sort of be come across as being more virile. And then of course the question which was asked: are you taking these dietary injections?
Right.
Like taking injections.
Yeah.
And he blankly denied that. No, I don't have time to eat because I'm busy rushing around all over the place. But having sort of read all of that, I thought to myself, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he has some sort of, shall we say, pick me up on a regular basis.
You mean
Because
Melania?
He does a bit. Evidently, she's helping him with it. But
Okay.
yeah, because he seems to be a little bit more sprightly this time round. And because even here in Europe, they talk about Sleepy Joe, and they can't,
Right.
he can't, his speeches are pretty bad. But the man's, he suffers. He's a stutterer, and
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he really has to be very,
Yeah, but,
very careful about the things that he says, and it comes across as being, slightly slow on the uptake. But I certainly don't think he's slow on the uptake. But anyway,
Interesting.
hashtag is the Donald taking horse steroids? I don't know, maybe.
you're falling away, David.
It's because
Am I-
Donald
They-
Trump doesn't
Where
like
am I
what he's
falling
saying.
away to then? Oh,
fading.
You're fading.
am I fading?
And with that background, it's not good to fade.
Yeah, because you just fade into the background. I mean, you're white enough because you're white enough because you're British. I mean, and you got a white background. I mean, like it's like we're talking to the Invisible Man, except we see the glasses and a brown shirt. Other than that, we don't even see you. So-
Brown.
Oh yeah, you're wearing a brown shirt. I see you got your brown shirt.
Well, I'm sort of I'm a weekend fascist. When I'm fully
Okay.
committed, all the stripes will join together and they all form that nice rich brown colour that everybody wants. Browny orangey
Right.
colour.
Brownie orange.
Back to back to business. But why do you have being a Norwegian or European? Because I also discussed it with others. Why do you have this? You have the second. You have the first house, and you have the blah 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 blah. Why do you have such a difficult political steering?
Right.
In most countries, it's a parliament.
Right.
That's it. I mean it.
No, I got that. So that's the way I think the way when the founding fathers, and I wasn't, I knew George and I knew Adams. We were drinking chase Asian hookers. But when all right, I chased the Asian hookers. They would watch because they were into that. But anyway, I think when they were doing it, I never asked. Ben Franklin was a notorious womanizer. But anyway, I think when they did it, I think they didn't want it to be like Britain. Because Britain had a parliament, and I think they were worried about what's happening today was going to happen if they had the parliament, right? So I agree with you. There should be more than one party. But back in the day, there was like the Whig Party, there was this party, there was that. There was all these parties, and now there's not. And I'm not sure why.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, they disappeared over the years. Instead of having 5 or 6 parties, it became the Democrats, and then the Whigs became Republicans. And that's kind of where we are. And it's kind of like, oh, that's interesting. But I agree with you. There should be, I hear me, by the way, in the background. I don't know, somebody's reverbing. But anyway, there should be 3 or 4 or 5 parties. And really, this electoral college that we use here to decide who the president is, in my opinion, is bullshit. You should win by popular vote. And if you look at Brazil had a Trump situation when the guy was running who was like Trump against the new guy and tried to succeed with the government. They literally threw him out, said he couldn't run, can't do this. And now the whole country's behind the new guy saying, no, we are a democracy. And Brazil has its problems, but Brazil is showing America that Brazil is much smarter when it comes to politics than we are. It's sad in a big way.
Yes, because I just want to emphasize and tell what my meanings are, and that is you don't need 20 parties because it would be but about in Europe there's about 8 to 14 or something like that.
Come to Holland, they're 37 in the last election.
Okay, we're growing as well here, and that's because the politicians don't understand any longer, that they are there to serve the people and not
Right.
the other way around. But the thing is, if you have more choices,
Right.
I am saying that you have a larger democracy. You have a better democracy because you have more to choose of. It's like in China, if they are selling crisps over there, if you only get 2 brands, boring. Come on.
Right.
If you can choose about 10 or 11 brands, you might find something that you really like. Instead of, well, I have to choose about these 2. It's pest or cholera, let's take that.
Right.
I have to sort of agree and disagree, because out of my heart, I'm an absolute liberal, and democracy is for me a wonderful thing, but I've seen it work here not. And the reason why is because what happens is everything gets being splintered, and so therefore nobody has a majority to make something work. And in many occasions, it becomes almost like this 3-legged horse. It moves, but it goes around in circles. So you're not going forward with it because everybody has a contribution towards it. Now, then you come back to it, okay, so we don't want as many democratic parties, but that's very undemocratic.
Right.
But somewhere along the line, I think there is a happy compromise of the amount of political parties you can have, which actually move forward as opposed to going around in circles.
Yeah.
But
Because you have to steer the country, and nowadays a lot of country has they are dependent on other parties, and they can't get through with everything, and they have to compromise, and they can't do the real politics that they have told the voters. But then again, the voters know that if a party is going to make all the things they have said, they have to have the majority, and nobody gets that any longer. No one gets 50%.
But what's interesting, though, in Brazil, their democracy is only like 40 or 50 years old. Ours is, what, 200 plus? So we forgot what it's like to be a democracy, where Brazil holds on to it. So when their ex-president tried to do a Trump and take over the parliament and have a succession, the people put a squash to it immediately. They don't vote for him. They ostracize it. In America, we're embracing it. And that's a scary thing. And that's why I keep saying this, and I think a lot of other people, this reminds me of the 1930s in Germany, when Hitler was just starting to get his power. I mean, like, he told you what he was going to do. Trump's doing the same thing. He says, I'm going to get retribution on all these people. I'm like a mafia boss. I can shoot someone on Fifth Avenue. Nothing. He's telling you what he's going to do. And I'm like, no one reads history. And the kids today are too stupid. And they're just like, let's just follow this guy. He's a celebrity. And if you look at Brazil, when they tried to do that, the public, their millions of residents said, no, we're a democracy. We're going to keep democracy. And we're not going to let a guy who tried to overthrow our government be a dictator. Here in America, we're saying, hey, democracy is nice, but this dictator guy, let's let him become president. And I'm just shocked that there's that many, and I don't mean this in a bad way, maybe I do, I'm not sure yet, stupid people out there that are like, yay. Because be careful for what you wish for, because when this becomes like 1939, 1940 Germany, you're going to be like, oh, we made a mistake. It'll be too late.
Yeah.
And the fact that the kids don't know history, and I guess most adults don't know history, that's a bad thing. And then they were saying that, like, as a large percentage of the Republican Party people still believe that Trump really won and the election was rigged. And I'm like, just have a popular vote then. Screw this electoral college shit.
But
Gord, I think it's your microphone which is giving us feedback, by the way.
Oh, it is. It is. May I turn it down, maybe, or I don't know. It's a new mic.
But, yeah, it was picking up on Stephen, so when I switched you off, you could.
Now I'm better, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, so
we'll see.
I'm turning it down. It's a new one. Yeah.
No worries.
Sorry.
We're good.
maybe picking up from your headphones. So it's.
No, they're off. They're off. Okay. But have a look at France. Good
Right.
old France. The frogs, as David maybe have called them before. You can't do anything. Macron can't do anything because if they try to do something that is, the lorry drivers, the truckers, everyone go on strikes,
Right.
and they support each other,
Yeah.
and it smells like stinky, shit, and then okay, they will have it as they want. And there's one thing I never forget. An old Norwegian dead politician told me himself: no one can stand to rule over people who don't want you. Not for long.
That's true. Yep.
Not for long, because they will, in the end of the day, they will throw you. They will do. Then it will be, as you have said many times, it will be an internal war. What I don't. Yeah,
But if you look at, like, say, North Korea, I'm sure they don't want Missile Boy, but they're kind of stuck with him because he controls the power, right? He can only do so much. In America, it's a little different. I mean, if let's say Trump, let's just Trump wins, and he does everything he says he's going to do. At some point, the public's going to wake up. That, or the public's, like, as to David's point, are just going to all buy brown shirts, and they're going to fall in line. It'll be like, George Orwell's 1984, right? You'll do what you're told.
Yeah.
And that's a bad thing. And the other bad thing is that
But
because
is it,
nobody.
it may be a whole group of people, Stephen, who think, finally, I can get on with my life. I can do what I want to do. I don't have to think about all this stuff outside of me because I've got this strong figure above me that's gonna, make.
Yeah, that's wrong.
America
That's
great
wrong.
again.
That's gonna hurt America. It's gonna hurt us economically, militarily, everything. We're gonna lose our standing in the world. And I don't really give a shit about standing, but it's like us, China, Russia, not now because they have their own issues. India is trying to get there, but just right now it's us and China, right? So
yeah.
I would rather we be on equal footing than with China. Whether we're 2% higher or 2% lower, that's equal footing. If Trump comes in and puts his head in his sand and becomes an ostrich, like he says he's going to do, basically, like, we're not going to be part of NATO, we're not going to help Taiwan, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. If you look at everything that's going on, everyone's kind of positioning themselves like if Trump becomes president, it's like they know on the day that he gets inaugurated, we can just go to war with all these countries because America's not going to do shit. So this is going to be like World War II. We won't get involved. And then at some point, when America gets threatened again, then we're going to get involved, because then people are going to be like, oh, now we have to do something. So
Okay, it's something with me here.
you're fine. Don't worry, my friend. We're good.
That's the crazy thing, isn't it? Because the thing that Trump is, this whole mega thing. I mean, that goes back to the 1930s. It's not the first time that this particular statement has been thrown at the American people, and if they think that by leaving NATO and by not getting involved in Taiwan and just concentrating on America, that it will give the Americans, blue collar work Americas, more money in their pockets, which is sort of like really what the whole mega thing is about. If we concentrate just on ourselves, we'll all be all right. You don't have to worry about anything else. Everything will be fine. And I think there's a whole group of people who are exasperated by watching the world go to poo around them, and then you have somebody who says, "Oh, That's their problem. Let's just concentrate on what's happening here. Got too many migrants? Well, that's simple. We'll just build a bloody Great Wall. Fine. See what the Germans did in Berlin. These
Yeah,
Germans
yeah.
just build a bloody Great Wall.
But
That will solve all the problems. No. But
there are people. Sorry, David.
no,
Sorry.
no, off you go.
There are people. There are people who really wants to go to jail. Why? Because they have a life that sucks. They don't have any place to stay. Blah 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 blah. It's the same. It's like a Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Why are people voting for a man who says he can go down on the street and shoot someone? He will be a new Nazi, whatever he calls it, mafiosa. Come on, it's not impossible. The rest of the civilized world are laughing about the common American.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be possible.
But I think America is so big, and there are so many people who have never left it.
Yeah.
For all the positive reasons, why should you if you have everything?
Yeah.
But that maybe have everything was yesterday's story, and today they're feeling uncomfortable, poorer, ethnically challenged because they're white, which was slowly becoming like a small ethnic group in the US, and all this stuff is building up, and here you have somebody, echoes of somebody who was going to solve all the problems back in the 1930s, and people just think, well, you know what, we've tried everything and it hasn't really worked, so let's give this guy a go at it again, see if because Biden said he was going to change it and he didn't. At least stuff got changed when Trump was in power.
But life isn't an action movie. Life is not an action movie. That's
Some
my
people it
point.
is.
Yeah, but come on, it's we're talking about life, really. Life, death, or living. So someone has to raise up, and we have chosen you, Stephen. To be honest, David and me, you're the chosen one. So you have to go out in the street now, and you have a speaker's corner somewhere over there.
According to our logo in the corner, I do, right? But I think what I really
I think
would...
Stephen's going to be the first against the wall when the revolution comes, to be totally honest. But there you go.
Yeah, listen. If I can make I can't help it. If I can make money, it's pick the side. No, but I really what worries me is that nobody looks at history, nobody reads, and like if we become isolationists, we're no different than what China did in 1410 when Zhao closed the border, right? And then kept it closed until Mao. In 1972 with Richard Nixon. I remember watching Nixon and Mao, like Nixon getting off the plane in Beijing, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. But we can't be isolated. It's not that world anymore. It's like you need someone who's...
They can make their own Coca-Cola. They don't have to import it from the US.
No.
But you need someone who thinks globally, not like we're America. If, the other problem is that we've become such a bureaucratic country that... And Bill Maher he has a show for people that don't know outside the United States called Real Time. And he tried to get a solar shed built in his backyard. And it took him 3 years to get it approved and all the other, right? There's so much bureaucracy in our country. Things don't get approved. And I think that's what people get upset with. I don't think Donnie is coming in and he's going to get rid of the bureaucracy, because then you're going to be firing millions of employees, right? And it's sort of one of these things where we just need someone to come in and actually have a plan and actually say, this is what we're going to do, and stop this rhetoric and this bullshit about, I'm going to make America's already great. I hate to tell you that. Make America great again. We're already great. I mean, if you look at the stuff that we do, we're great. We have people begging to come here from all over the world to go to school and do whatever, and they want to stay, and they're the smartest people on the planet. And what do we do? Like, no, you can't stay. You have to go. Okay, well, that's shame on us. So we are the greatest place, and I'm not taking anything away from China and, if you will, countries in the Middle East. Everybody's the greatest place. We just happen to have more education, more technology, and that's wonderful. So we need a president to embrace that. It doesn't matter. And we need a president to embrace that. We need a president that says, listen, we're not perfect. We're going to have an immigration problem. Building a wall is not going to help. There's articles in The Economist saying that probably in the next 30 years, Mexico is going to surpass everybody because, they're just quietly doing things. So why don't we work with our neighbors? We work with Canada. Why do we work with Canada? Because they look like us, right? But if you look at Canada, they're a melting pot just like us. You have Indians, you have Asians, you have everything. Mexico is no different, except they just have to be a darker skin. Well, I hate to tell you this.
Yeah.
So are the people in Canada that come from India or Pakistan or whatever. So let's stop with this ridiculous bullshit that we're so wonderful that we can't say, let's just have an immigration policy that's fair. If someone's going to cross the border illegal, they're going to cross it. Why are we building a wall? Because what? Some farmers in El Paso are offended? Hey, too fucking bad. Okay, because I'm sure your great great grandfather and ancestors, when they were fighting at the Alamo or doing whatever shit they were doing, were stealing the land from somebody else. So let's just cut that crap out, and let's just figure out how to make it better. And the problem is nobody wants to make it better. They want to make it confrontational, and that's the worst thing in the world. Until we figure that out, I don't care who runs this country, we're screwed. And until they can say America is great.
I'll tell you what will make it better. I'll tell you what will make it really much better, right, Stephen? In one simple political move, let the Mexicans build a wall to keep all the Americans out. Then you've solved the problem, haven't you?
And it'll get built, it'll be built well.
Exactly.
It'll be built and it'll be built well.
It'll all be done, and you'll still be trying to pass some sort of legislation in the Senate or wherever, or and And in the meantime, the Americans have built the wall.
I have a question for you because in some part of there is some plans called the new world order.
Yeah.
And people have been talking that this might be a part of it. Just lose control and someone has to take over.
That's the Illuminati and lizard people. They're going to take over in 2027.
Okay.
But to your point, if you want to peel the layer back on this New World Order crap, that started in the 50s when the EU started. The EU started by a gentleman who was a Nazi. People don't know this because they don't know history, right? So the Nazi Party started the EU. So there's part of your New World Order. Now Bush and them came in and said New World Order, so everyone's like, oh, Illuminati, this and that. Not so much. But Trump, I don't see him as coming in to be the New World Order, because if I'm going to be the New World Order, I have to have the respect of, if you will, Putin, Xi, guys in, I have to have the respect. And I don't think he has it. I mean, like, if you read what everyone's saying, the business people that are giving money to Nikki Haley on the Republican side are doing it because they don't want Trump. The business people that are giving money to Trump are saying it because they're doing it out of fear, because if he does win, they don't want him to come after them.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, right? So I don't want my president. I don't want to fear my president. I want to respect my president. I don't want to fear my politicians. I want to respect them and go, they really helped me. They really do this. The problem is that when I listen to anybody talk, whether it's Republican, Democrat, whatever, they're all idiots. They're all out for whatever. They believe in the wackiest shit. It's like, we're supposed to work together to better the country, not better your party or have a dictatorship or a kingdom. If that's what we're going to head towards, let's just do that.
Did you have euphoria snacks for breakfast, Stephen? Because it sounds.
No, I'm just being blunt and honest.
You're brilliant, Stephen. But I think you misunderstood me a bit.
Sure.
Is it maybe a kind of a plan that let let's have another period with even more aggressive.
Gotcha.
You see,
Right.
and then you have to have order, because
Right.
we've been speaking about order so many times. It doesn't function without order.
Right. Well, maybe that's
Nothing.
maybe
And-
to their point. Yeah.
But again, I have to say, I've never been in America. I hope I will be there someday.
You're screwed now. After this show, they never let you in.
I know, but after some revolutions and
Right. Then
stuff,
you can come visit.
yeah, and may you have the slogan back again, the land of opportunities.
Yeah.
My grandfather, my grand grandfather went to America, and he went for that reason.
Yeah.
The land of the opportunity.
Opportunity. Yeah. Give Statue of Liberty. Give us you're tired, you're poor, you're hungry, and it's the land of opportunity. They all came, and they should continue to come. That is what makes America what it is. We're not just a bunch of white people, and we because if you think about it, well, if you think about what America is, we just stole it from the Indians. We stole it from the Indians, right? So we're not like this great altruistic country.
Native Americans, Stephen.
We stole it from the people. Yeah, I got that. So listen, at the end of the day, we need to make America what it should be, which is this melting pot that progresses forward, and we need not to fear the people in charge and have respect for them and go, you know what, they're really trying to help us. The issue, and I'm going to say it again, is that right now, whether you're in the Congress, you're the Senate, you're a governor or whatever, most of them are wackadoodles. I don't respect them. I fear what they say because they're doing stupid stuff. And back in the day when people would do stupid stuff, there'd be people around going, hey, whoa. Like, let's think through this. Let's change it a little so it's not as crazy as you want it to be. And people are like, oh, okay. Now it's sort of like everybody's running their own little mini country and they're all dictators.
Yeah.
And I'm like, enough. Like, let's go back to let's go back to where it was like we all work together for whatever the goal is. Let's just do that. Stop complaining that the government sucks, because it sucks because none of you work together. Everybody's fighting. Oh, you're a Republican and Democrat. I can't work. Bullshit. Work together. And until we don't do it, it's never going to happen.
It sounds like an advert for a new world war, doesn't it? I mean,
that's because Illuminati.
Yeah, but
nothing like a war to bring everybody together.
Let us see your ring, please. No, but yeah, but
I can guarantee you, are not going to see Stephen's ring on this show.
Okay. Not mine either. But okay, I don't want to say one. But I have an idea again. What you're saying is fabulous, and it's true. Why don't you, like earlier married couple, they are remarried again. They find each other again, and you should do the same thing. Just make a big thing about have a new constitution, the same one, but just celebrate it for what it's worth and what the meaning was, and go back to the roots.
All right. The problem, I like what you're saying. The issue is the kids today, even someone that's under, say, 45, they don't know squat about the Constitution. They couldn't tell you how many constitutional little points. They can tell you nothing. The problem is the school system doesn't want to teach. The parents don't want to take responsibility. So when you get a mega maniac that comes into the place and goes, look at me, the parents, the kids are all like, oh my God, look. No. And that's the problem. Until we go back to some values, as George Bush would say, American values. And American values are for everyone who lives here. I don't care where the fuck you come from. You can come from Russia, China. I don't give a shit. But until you have values again, and a foundation of values, then you can build, whether it's the Constitution, a country. We have no values anymore. We have no nothing. What we have is a guy like Elon Musk going, I deserve $55 billion. So, because that's how great I am. No, you are not that great. Yeah, and that's
But you
why.
had
Talking of Elon Musk and talking of values and numbers, they're ticking on, and it's time to say goodbye, I think.
Well, before we say goodbye, let
Oh.
Morton finish his thought. What were you going to say, Morton?
yeah,
before
yeah,
we say
yeah.
goodbye?
Just one point, and that is, you had a lovely guy that I read about in my younger days, and that was Superman. Get some kryptonite and let him. He can fight this guy. Come on.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree.
find him.
You know who else can fight this guy? I think, and then we can say
No.
goodbye. First of all, guys, always good to see you on a Saturday morning. Everybody, thank you for watching
Yeah.
and listening. But before we leave, this is who we should make president of the United States. Wait, where is she? Let me just add her to the state. There we go. Annie Grant, you should become the president of the United States because you, ma'am, are a genius. Because you want to go boom, bada boom with Elon Musk in space. You have my vote. Come on our show. David, you can take us home.